Good morning, dear parents. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, parents. Myself, Miss Preeti Pasricha. I am the headmistress of primary section CP Goenka International School, Thane. I would like you all to allow me to introduce the principal of CP Goenka International School, Thane, Miss Sharmila Madivale. She is here with us. Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am, for
Preeti.
being with us. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you, Preeti. Hello, good morning, dear parents. How are you all doing? It's a beautiful Saturday morning, and I'm sure you all are waiting eagerly to understand what exactly going to happen, how the transition is going to be. But be rest assured, they're only your kiddos are only moving from the ground floor to the first floor. No much changes. Having said that, of course, do expect few more changes along with that. The first important change is your children would be entering into a complete formal schooling. So the school is going to be formal. Now, when we say formal, we have certain conditions which are to be certain rules and regulations which are expected to be abided by, which we are going to explain to you, and how the transition is going to be really seamless. You will not realize as well, you will not understand also how smoothly the children have transformed themselves from being a small little kid of pre-primary section and how smoothly they have come to the primary section. Our teachers, our coordinator, our headmistress, all of them are absolutely trained and experienced to take care of all these little ones. So the first point is the timings. Your children are used to be in school only for limited number of hours. But now that they are entering into your formal schooling, there are going to be multiple subjects. So it is not going to be only literacy and numeracy, but it is going to be beyond that. So number of subjects will be introduced to you. Naturally, the number of hours are going to be more. So children will be coming to school, say by 8 o'clock in the morning, and they're going to be in school till 2:30. Now, this time period, on Fridays, they will be here till 3:30 as well. But since the entire schedule is planned in such a manner that they get sufficient time to play, to do certain activities, and to do academics as well, we definitely ensure that children are beautifully, creatively engaged, and then they don't feel the burden of coming to school. Rather, they are absolutely eager to come to school. They do not want to miss out on the school even for a single day. And the activities which are planned, they are planned in such a manner that children are absolutely, they do enjoy everything that they are doing, right? So please do not worry about this fact that they are going to spend so many hours in school. There are two breaks which will be given to you, short break and long break. The certain concerns that we face at our end is, please, during this summer break that you are getting, ensure that you train your children on this, that be independent first thing. So let them have their own food independently. You just serve them the food and let them eat within the given stipulated time. Say half an hour. So give only half an hour to finish their lunch so that they get used to this practice when they come to school. However, we do give them time. Extra time is given because these children, they are sometimes not in mood to eat. They want to do everything all by themselves and as per their moods. So we do a lot extra time also to these children. But then still they have to complete their, so slowly and gradually we bring them into this habit. Second issue that we face is toilet training. So ensure that you take care of that during summer breaks as well, that the children are trained for going independently to the washrooms. Of course, our didis are very much here to take care of them the way they are taken care of at the pre-primary section as well. But as far as possible, we need to make them independent at the earliest, right? The third concern that we face is they do not write independently. So during summer breaks, give them some writing work. Let them write. Let their fingers get used to writing independently rather than somebody holding and helping them to write. Okay. So these things, if you give them in the summer break, they will be well prepared to take the transition confidently, right? These are the small little things which definitely, if you and us, I always keep saying the same thing. I repeat this. You will be hearing probably for the first time, but get used to it, because every time I say the same thing to my grade 1 parents and to my grade 12 parents as well, that you and us, we are partners. Yeah. If we are hands in gloves, definitely our children will succeed, because our aim is the same. We want our children to be very well respected, very well groomed as civilians, citizens who follow rules and regulations, citizens who are civilized, not only educated, who know how to speak, how to conduct themselves, and not to hurt anybody, not to disrespect anyone. I mean, wherever they are. All right. So thank you so much. Don't worry about they are our your children. They are our children. So help us in making this transition smooth. And Preeti, I think the link will be very much open for the question answer sessions,
Yes,
which you
ma'am.
can
It's
take
open.
towards the end, right?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
so
Yes,
over
ma'am.
to you, Preeti. I'm sure parents will definitely be very well informed about the practices that we follow
Yes,
here. Thank you so much,
absolutely.
parents. Over to you, Preeti.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Good morning once again, dear parents. I would like to share the presentation with you all now. Yes, I hope all of you can see the presentation. Just allow me to. Yes, I hope all of you can see the slide as it says. Good morning, dear parents. So, welcome to Pathway to
Preeti,
Orient. Yes,
sorry. If you could go to slideshow and start from the
yes,
beginning.
sure,
So
ma'am.
then they will be able to
Sure,
see the
ma'am.
slides. Slideshow.
Yes, ma'am.
After animation.
Yes, ma'am. I was just trying to
Here,
do that.
above,
I don't know.
above. The above panel, the maroon color panel.
Yes, ma'am.
You are now on insert, after that
I.
design, after that transition, animation, and slideshow.
So, this is what, ma'am. I am unable to see that option. I had that earlier.
I can see it here. Design, then transition. Come down to transition. Beside
Okay,
that,
okay,
no,
okay.
no, no,
Just a
don't go
second.
there.
This
Don't
task.
go there.
I find. No, no, I
Pritam,
got it. There was
just press F5.
no, no. It's done, done,
Correct,
done. It
correct. Slideshow.
was just the black taskbar was above
Thank
that.
you,
Fine,
parents,
thank,
for your
thank you, ma'am.
patience.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. So, welcome, dear parents, for the orientation to pathway to grade one. Allow me to read this quote. It says, "From tiny steps to giant leaps. Welcome, parents, as we journey together from preschool to primary school. We all welcome you to the academic year 2025-26. As ma'am shared in the beginning, it is just the floor that is changing. Is the house is same, just the room that is changing. A seamless transition from preschool to formal schooling. As ma'am said, that allow your children to be independent. So it is from moving from independence to interdependence to independence. These are the guiding lights of our CP Goenka School and SVIS group of schools, Mrs. Savitri Devi Goenka and Mr. Chandra Prakash Goenka. This is how the name is, CP Goenka International School. We all know that you're really excited about what is going to happen in grade one. This curiosity and excitement is always there. I believe when the children go from primary section to secondary section for the board exams, for the junior college, for their college to first day of job, this excitement and curiosity as a parent will always be there in your mind. But then once again, trust completely, have faith in the school as well. They are doing in SBIS, they will definitely enjoy in CPGIS as well. In the primary section, it is learning and fun, both of it, more of academics and more of fun, like both of it. You may be having these questions like, is my child really ready for grade one? Am I ready for my child to start high school? What happens in grade 1? So this is what we are here for, to make you explain that what actually happens in grade 1 and what all you should expect from your child on the very first day. What can I as a parent do to help my child have a happy grade 1 year? All the answers will reveal in the slides ahead. Yes, this is back to school. The very first day of their school is the teachers welcoming their tiny tots, the children in the primary section. And we have ice breaking sessions throughout the week for the first week so that children completely know their teacher, their classmates, and they also settle down in the class. Even for them, even they as children, they're innocent and they don't know what is going to happen with them. Suddenly they are going to wear a new uniform, which they, I mean, SBS is different uniform, CPJ has different uniform, the rules are different, the timings are different, they'll be waking up little early than usual. These, they are not able to be vocal about whatever is going in their minds. But teachers will definitely help them to be comfortable from the first day itself. This is why we start with ice breaking activities so that they can develop a connect between the teacher and the child. Now, this is how our academic year looks like. It starts from June, in the month of June 2025, till the year, month April 2026. Our term 1 is from June to October, that is before the Diwali vacation, and term 2 is from November to April. Ma'am has already shared the timings, but I will give you the brief once again. Our school timings from Monday to Thursday are 8 to 2:30 p.m. And on Fridays, it's 8 to 3:30 p.m. As you can see, the timings for Friday are a little longer. So besides short break and long break, the timings that you can see on the slide, on Fridays, we have a working snack break, wherein you can send dry fruits or some, maybe say fruits or any other snack you want your child to eat. So it's a working snack break, like while the child teacher is teaching, while the child is learning, they'll be allowed to eat. After the settling activities in the class, our teachers conduct assemblies for the children. Like they have an enactment in front of the children. Here they get to know their teachers not only of their own class, but also of the other classes as well. Like for example, we will be having 8 divisions in grade 1 next year. So the teachers of all the divisions will come in front of them, have a small skit, have a small enactment in them, have children interact with them so that they mingle and interact with all the class teachers. These are the prayers going on during the teachers assembly. Here we allow them to interact with the teachers. And as you can see, this is the student assembly for grade 1. We start student assembly from term 2 onwards. After the period of watching the teachers doing performing assemblies from them from term 2 onwards, we give a skit. I mean, everything is done in the class. The teachers prepare the children how to perform in the assembly, how to share the daily news, the CPJS news, sports news, national news, international news. There is a certain theme given to the students for the assembly. But again, the entire preparation about the skit, about anything that is required is done by the teacher in the class, and the children perform in front of rest all of the classes. Like for example, 1A is doing the assembly. So 1B to 1H, all the classes are sitting in front of them. All the children are sitting in front of them and they get to perform in front of all the classes. This is like a mini annual day that we have. This is also a part of student assembly. This is how the day looks like at a glance. This is just a sample timetable. The actual timetables will be uploaded on MICM before we start with the school. This is the timetable. As you can see, there it is SAP written here. I hope you all are aware about what SAP is. It is SAP, Sports and Performing Arts. You can see ELET. I will mention the subjects about what I mentioned in the timetable in the slide ahead. These are the subjects that we have from grade 1 onwards. These are language, literature, math, Hindi, Marathi, ICT, that is computers, EVS, science, general knowledge, life skills, PE, art and craft, and music. Literature is what they will have a certain novel which will be covered throughout the grade 1. Teachers also have an enactment of this literature novel. ICT is totally new for them. Marathi is new for them. General knowledge is new for them. But trust, as the year is new to them, and they will be learning everything by themselves. Here, the subjects that you can see, art and craft. Besides this, they also have DIY, that is do it yourself. They will be having spell well. They will be having show and tell. Different things that teachers will make them understand how are these to be done. Art and craft, we follow the orange craft kit that will be provided to you along with the textbooks that once you buy from the shop. That will be also mentioned in the textbook list. For DIY is something that we call for some materials from parents every month. Again, we announce this list to be carried from home 1 month prior. At the end of every month, we upload 2 KYCs. Now, what is KYC? We all know that KYC, we do it in our banks, know your customer, but here the KYC, it means know your concept. These KYCs, 2 worksheets are uploaded at the end of every month. We upload this at the end of every month. And after 2 days, we upload the answer keys as well. Along with uploading the KYCs basically cover the syllabus that has been taught in the month, in that particular month. So the children can do this revision at home. No need to send these worksheets back to school. These are to be kept at home, and the parents can cross-check from the answer sheets that are uploaded after 2 days. Besides these KYCs, we also upload the show and tell document as in the topic that to be done in the following month, the DIY document, and the spell well document. Everything is uploaded 1 month prior. Here is what the learning resources provided to the students and to parents. For students, they will be provided with textbooks, notebooks. The list will be given to you all. Printed vocabulary books, literature sheets, art kit, and school diary. And for the parents, you ensure that you check the daily uploads of classwork and homework on EduSprint MICM. Daily by 4:30 p.m., you will be able to see what classwork has been done in each period, what homework is given, if there is any. For homework, we follow a homework cycle, which I will share in the slide ahead. Homework cycle is about the subjects are mentioned on which day, which homework will be sent. And the child is supposed to submit that homework after 2 days. Just in case, if your child is not able to finish the homework, please don't worry. You can still submit on a later date. Here, as you can see, school cinema program that is from grades 1 to 8. This was not mentioned in the textbook list. This is why we have mentioned it here. This is basically about imparting life skills in the children through school cinema. Children will be watching a movie in the classroom, and there are certain worksheets, a cinema worksheet booklet, which they write in the class after watching that movie with help of their class teacher. As I just mentioned earlier, this is the literature novel, Gruffalo, that they do in grade 1. And this is how the teachers enact for them and make them understand how the story looks like and what is the story about. And we also leave at a certain point that the children have to go back home and read the novel and let us know the story. This is show and tell. Your children are already doing show and tell in SBIS, and they continue in grade 1 and 2 as well of CPGIS. All these topics of show and tell and DIY are sent to parents 1 month in advance. This is do it yourself. As you can see, these children are making their own time management planners, how to plan their own day. So if there is any material required for do it yourself, we send the material requisition list 1 month in advance. Yes, you can see here at the left, it's time children are making their own time management planners. At the right, we taught them how to fold their own clothes. This we continue with time management planners. And here, as you can see, it is about art kit. For art kit, for drawing and craft, the entire material is there in their kit. They just have to like use that kit and do the art and craft. The homework, as I earlier mentioned, homework will be assigned to the learners in each subject periodically. The homework cycle will also be shared with you all in beginning of the year. Learners should be utilizing the days allotted for the homework to be done as per the cycle given. This is the sample homework cycle. Each class has a different homework cycle. There are 8 divisions or 9 divisions. Each class has a different homework cycle. So homework cycles will be sent on MICM class-wise. We request parents to refer to the homework cycle only of their own particular class. This is a sample, as I said. For example, if the language homework is given on Monday, so children are supposed to submit after 2 days, that's on Wednesday. Literature and ICT homework, if given on Tuesday, again the child is supposed to submit after 2 days. We can understand that the children are too small. They're allowed to submit their homework on a later date. Just that, complete your homework and submit it in the class. Now here I would like to clarify one thing. As you can see, that if the teacher is giving the language homework on Monday and the child is supposed to submit the homework on Wednesday, but if they have a period in their timetable on Tuesday, the child is supposed to get the books in the class on Tuesday. Literature homework is given on Tuesday, homework to be submitted on Thursday. If they have their period of literature on Wednesday, the child is supposed to get the books as per their periods, as per the timetable. Just that the homework books will be collected on Thursday. And then the teacher will give back to the child after correction of the books. Yes, SAP, as you all know, our SAP coordinator, Miss Suma, she takes care of the SAP. And while mentioning Miss Suma, I will also mention primary coordinator, Miss Shilpa Melwani. So myself, the headmistress, and along with Shilpa coordinator, under the guidance of Sharmila ma'am and Jayashri ma'am, we take care of primary section. You can see the different activities mentioned here. There are 2 different groups for SAP. Group 1 has these activities. Group 2 has these many activities. So the parent is supposed to choose one activity from group 1 and one activity from group 2. Group 3, that is robotics, it is compulsory for all the students. And as mentioned at the bottom of the slide, that coaches will be available on all the PTMs to know about the child's progress. So once the parents are coming for the PTM, they can meet the SAP coaches as well. Here comes the part of assessments. Now, assessments are not to scare the child, not to scare the parents. These are just regular ongoing assessments, and it is completely based on whatever the child has learned in the class. Now, these ongoing assessments are only to ensure whether the children are equipped and they know whatever has been taught in the class. This is how our assessment pattern looks like. As you can see, it is bifurcated in 2 terms, term 1 and term 2. Term 1, they will have one IA, that is internal assessment. It is a pen and paper test. These are uninformed tests for both. For grade 1 and 2, we don't inform the parents. It has ongoing assessments, pen and paper tests, which are uninformed and can be conducted anytime throughout the day during the school hours. They also have tool-based assessment. These tool-based basically means the activities that the teachers do with the children in class. At times, the teachers do activities with the children, and at times, these are guided ones. Just to assess them, how good are they, how far have they understood the concept, and how far they are able to do the activities independently. So there are 2 pen and paper tests in each term and 1 practical activity test in term 1 and 1 in term 2. So nothing of this is informed to the parents. Everything is taken care by the teachers. And trust me, the learners are well equipped of whatever has been taught in the class. Besides this, there are 10 marks to assess whether the child is doing the classwork on time, in neat handwriting, the homework is submitted on time, the discipline maintained in the class, and the attendance of the class. So 10 marks are allotted to that. Again, as you can see for term 2, it will be IA3. Same, the whatever is done in term 1, the same pattern is followed in term 2. 2 internal assessments, pen and paper of 15 marks each. 1 practical activity, that is tool-based assessment, 10 marks. And again, in term 2 as well, their attendance, their discipline, their classwork, their homework, everything is counted for. You can see it adds up to 50, but we scale up to 100. Now, in order to have a joyful experience, as I said, these are ongoing assessments. So we want it to be joyful for the children and for the parents. Please don't stress is what all we can say. Teachers are taken care of and learners very well understand what the teachers have taught in the class. And they do pretty well. They are able to write independently, totally. They actually don't require any guidance other than if they find any word difficult to read. Otherwise, they do all the internal assessments all by themselves. The events and celebrations that we come on to. As you can see at the top, it is written Sports Day. So we have in alternate years. One year, the child will have sports day. The next year, it will be annual day. So sports day and annual day are held alternatively. Besides that, we start always our year with My Delightful Moment, that is MDM. So here, the child is allowed to prepare at home and to exhibit their own skills in front of the children of their own class. Here the child, whatever the child is good at, whether the child is good at dancing or at singing or saying some shloka or some keyboard, some performing arts, anything, even the chess or making some, of course for chess they will require a partner, but for making a cube or anything and everything they are good at, one child is allowed to perform and show one activity in front of the entire class. Besides this, we also have Hindi Divas, Marathi Divas, Navratri, Ganesh Chaturthi, Raksha Bandhan, and there are many more events and special days that are celebrated throughout the year. This, as you can see, this sports day is of last year. And this year we are going to conduct the annual day for primary and secondary. Secondary annual day is already done. Primary section annual day is on 26th of February. These are last year's pictures. This, as you can see, the pictures of My Delightful Moments. Here, since the children are performing by themselves, so the dress up and the makeup, hairdos, everything is taken care by the parents. This is also a glimpse of My Delightful Moment of this year. Now here, the children are doing Ganesh Chaturthi. They have made, as you can see, the Ganesh idol here, and they have made Ganesh out of clay. And these are the Oreo laddus that they made to serve to Lord Ganesha. This is the sweet that children have made in the class. Now here, as you can see, this is Independence Day, which was celebrated in the school, and here the teachers had performed. They performed in front of the children to make them explain that what is the importance of Independence Day, the significance of Independence Day, and where did it start from, and everything, all the details of Independence Day. So once in a year, one celebration is performed by the teachers in the school. This is also a glimpse of Independence Day. This is Festival Fiesta, which was done by grade 1. So all the teachers were dressed up as two different states which they had selected for themselves. As you can see behind, you can see Gujarati written behind. I can see something in Bangla and Punjabi. So teachers were dressed up as per different states, and they explained the children about significance of each state, what is the staple food of that state, what is the special festival that is celebrated in that state, and what is the dress up, and everything was explained by the teachers and enacted by the teachers. This is also a glimpse of Festival Fiesta. Here, the children celebrated Marathi Divas. This is the Hindi Divas. Here, the children are celebrating Raksha. They made Rakhis for Raksha Bandhan. Medical checkup. Medical checkup, we always have once in a year. For this year, it is yet to be conducted. It will be conducted in the month of March. Now here, as ma'am started with, Sharmila ma'am started with that the routine will definitely change in primary section. So as parents, we need to ensure that our children follow their routine, like get up on time. They are supposed to have bathroom time at home, the breakfast time if they have something at home, and then ready to school time. So let us share the expectations from each other. Parents are supposed to are expected to ensure that the child reaches at the bus stop on time and to carry the books as per the timetable. And once again, we also request you to ensure that your child sleeps on time so that he is able to wake up on time on the following day. These are the helpful guidelines for the parents that please help your child to pack their school bag one night before the school and allow your child to pack their bags by themselves. The workbook, the textbooks, the notebooks which are supposed to be carried as per the timetable, please guide them with that. You have to ensure that your child is not stressed enough, and the anxiousness please try to reduce, and your child needs to understand the concept of time. Yes, as you can see, the communication flow. So the communication is through the school diary. All the diary notes are attended by the teachers, and we reply to the diary notes on the same day. Besides, if you miss on sending any note via diary, you can send the notes via email. And you can meet the coordinator and the headmistress with prior appointment on any day between Monday to Thursday. As you can see, we have specifically mentioned here Monday to Thursday between 3 to 3:30 p.m. As we made all of you aware that Fridays are long day and the dispersal happens at 3:30 p.m. So definitely we will not be able to meet you on Fridays. So any day between Monday to Thursday, you can come and meet us between 3 to 3:30 with prior appointment. And the appointment can be taken via school diary note or via email. I'll share the email IDs also with you in the slide ahead. For any queries, you may contact at the school reception and meet us with prior appointment. Allow me to read this quote. It says, "The greatest gifts you can give your children are the roots of responsibility and the wings of independence." It is by Mr. Dennis Waitley. Thank you so much, dear parents. So the floor is open for questions, if any. I'll just read out the chats. Mr. Rupesh, if you're here, can you help me with the questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Rupesh, can you read out the questions if there are any? Yeah, sure. I'll just take care of this.
Yeah, I have shared you.
Yeah, sure. Will the timings be different for the first week of the settling period? Will there be any shorter durations? We will definitely keep you informed via circular about the timings of the first week. Hello, ma'am. Music class will be exactly what kind of activity? So the music class is basically about singing. We have music teachers in school. It is about make vocal singing in the class with music. Music as in the music is being played and it's about vocal singing. There's one query about SAP. Need details. Who will be conducting speech and drama? and event schedule for SAP activities. So speech and drama is conducted by Helen O'Grady. And if you have any queries for SAP, you can come and meet Miss Suma, who is the coordinator for SAP. On what basis can we choose the SAP activities? Could we have a guidance from the coaches on pre-primary teachers to understand which one would be the best for the child depending on their strength? Yes, you can definitely come and meet the coaches and the SAP coordinator, and then you can decide which activity is best for your child. As we cannot change the activity once selected, can we get some guidance? As I mentioned earlier, you will definitely get the guidance if you meet SAP Suma ma'am or the SAP coaches. You can come and meet them with prior appointment. Please do share some basic details about speech and drama. I have mentioned that it will be by Helen O'Grady. When will be the admission? When will admission for grade 1 begin? The admissions have already started and you can come and meet Vasant sir for any queries regarding the admissions. And what is the first day of school? The first day of the school, it is in the month of June. In the second week, we'll inform the exact date via circular. For keyboard, SAP children be sent for grade exams. Also for football, are inter-school tournaments held? I didn't get this question actually. For keyboard, SAP will children be sent for grade exams? Of course, there are levels for each SAP activity. SAP coordinator, Ms. Suma, will definitely throw some light further on this once you have an appointment with her. And there are school tournaments held. We also have our inter CPGI Sports Fest. Besides that, children are also sent for national and international levels by the coaches if they qualify for that. How many students are there in SAP program? I would again like to request here that you may meet Suma ma'am and get all the queries cleared about SAP from her. Uniform and books list, by when will we get? You will get in the month of April. Books are available at school or do we have to buy them? You have to buy them as per the list provided to you. Ma'am, a child born in later part of 2019, will he be eligible for the grade 1? So you may please meet Vasant sir for this regarding the admission queries. Can you guide in what activities you have under sports and cultural? I have already showed the slide of activity. I mean, there are two different groups, group 1 and group 2. So you can select the activities as per that. Can you please elaborate more on homework patterns? Will it be same as pre-primary? Having 7 to 8 YouTube links as homeworks. Okay. So it is definitely different from what they have been doing in pre-primary. Here in primary section onwards, we have written homeworks to be given to the child or some reading homework that we give to the child. Homework cycle is shared. The subject is mentioned. You have to check the homework cycle, the subject. And again, we also mention the homework on MICM daily, the page number, from which question to which question is the child is supposed to write at home, for which page number, what fill in the blanks or whatever is there. The homework is there on MICM, but there are no YouTube links given as pre-primary. Is just written homework that is given in primary section. Are Olympiads still conducted via school? Yes, we have different type of external competitions that are conducted in the school. Besides this external competitions, I mean, we have NOF, we have logic quiz, we have spell bee tests. We also have inter-house competitions that are conducted every month. This information also will be provided to the parents 15 days in advance. What kind of inter-house competitions will be conducted? There will be 2 rounds every time. The first round and 3 children are selected from each class. And then there will be the second round, which the entire list, all the details are informed via MICM. What is the strength of each division? So maximum strength of each division is 28 children per class. That is it. I guess we have read the last question. Any more questions, dear parents? Any more questions? Yeah. Can we have one detailed session from Suma ma'am for SAP as everyone has many? Definitely. Definitely. We'll definitely have one separate session with Suma ma'am. We will ask Miss Aarti Joshi, the pre-primary coordinate headmistress, to upload this circular regarding when will we have the separate session with Suma ma'am. Any more questions, dear parents? No, I cannot see any more questions. Fine. So with this, we would like to end the meeting. Yes, Sharmila ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am, we have taken all the queries.
Thank you, dear parents. And regarding SAP and everything, all the other queries definitely will be taken up because we have the orientations also by the class teachers. So detailed orientation will happen. This is just the beginning. All right, parents, don't worry about anything. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, parents.